Hello gold farmers, welcome to another Golden farming video. Today we'll be taking a look at a pretty decent, lovely charm farming location. I'm actually pretty surprised because usually this time of year YouTube is flooded with these types of videos, and I really haven't seen very many new ones, especially from some of the larger YouTubers. So I do kind of hope that some of the larger YouTubers do cover some of these locations, just because I always enjoyed trying to compete with them and try to find other locations that are possibly a little bit better, or just kind of have a little bit of fun trying to find the locations in general. But anyways, the location that I'm about to show you, I had farmed for 10 minutes today and I had farmed for 10 minutes yesterday. Each resulted around the exact same, or not the exact, but each resulted in around the same amount of items. So with 10 minutes of farming, I was able to receive about 500 gold in just the grays that you can sell. I do highly recommend that you sell all of these great items that you get, just because they do vendor for quite a bit. I was also able to loot roughly 10 greens in 10 minutes, which is a lot. So if you were to get 10 greens every minute, that would result in 60 greens an hour, which is quite a bit. These greens do sell for a decent amount, or some of them do. So I would check which ones sell for a little bit, and then you can post them on the auction house. If you don't want to sell them or just don't want to mess with it in general, then I highly recommend that you go ahead and just send them over to a enchanter so they can be disenchanted for a little bit more gold from the dust. As far as all of that goes, you can actually get roughly 600 of these lovely charms an hour, which is about an average farming location for the lovely charms as far as I can see for this expansion. Last expansion, the average was around 1,000, but for this one it's roughly 600. With all of that being said though, I was able to loot about 10k in 10 minutes, which is really good. Those are from those greens I had picked up though, and not all of them will sell. That also didn't factor in the amount of gold that I had picked up from the grays. So you can get about 3k in raw gold here per hour, and then if you can sell all of the greens for the value that I am picking them up at, you could get roughly 60k an hour from that here as well. So this farm, let's just say you can make roughly 20k an hour here. That isn't factoring in the lovely charms either. For those who don't remember where I'm at, this is inside of Valshara, and it is all the way over here at the Moonclaw. One thing that I had noticed yesterday when I was farming this was I wasn't killing the mobs that spawn up over this way that are decently far, and there are some mobs that do spawn down here too. I wasn't really killing those, and there were a couple of times where there weren't as many mobs spawning, so I'd be careful with trying to farm just the mobs that spawn close to you. I would try to at least hit these ones that are up over here to keep the mobs spawning for a decent amount. I don't know exactly how this spawn works, just because I remember farming this to power level and you didn't have to focus on the mobs back here or anything, and that was mostly just because it took you a little bit longer to kill them. For group farming, which this would definitely be a good group farm, you should definitely be able to get around 800 of these charms an hour, which is really good in my opinion. I would love to do some group farmings with these before the event is up, so if you want to add me on Battle.net, I do have my information in the description below, and feel free to just ask me if I want to farm some of the lovely charms. More than likely I'll be testing locations as opposed to farming ones that I have already uploaded. That would be all though, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content.